Every year, thousands of Brazilians turn to the judicial branch for justice. These people's lawsuits are added to thousands of others filed by entities and public agencies. Most of these cases have something in common. They go through the prosecution service. We are talking about an institution known as being essential to the enforcement of justice and being structured in many bodies and branches. We invite you to get to know one of these branches, the Federal Prosecution Service. To tell you this story, let's go back in time a little. More precisely, to 1988, when the Federal Constitution established a new model for the prosecution service and assigned it the role of defender of society. But how does this defense happen in practice? To make it clearer, let's take a look at some of these functions. The best known is the function of accuser, which is exercised in the investigation of crimes such as corruption and criminal organization. But we do have other functions equally important to society. One of them is the defense of fundamental rights, freedom, equality, and dignity of the human person. Another is the control of police activity and the prison system. By doing so, the MPF acts as defender of the legal order and human rights. The MPF supervises social rights that, by law, shall be guaranteed by the Union. We should note education, health, housing, and social assistance from the list. We also have protection of indigenous peoples and traditional communities, defense of consumers' rights, competition, and economic activity regulation, acting on behalf of the environment and the Brazilian historical and cultural heritage. International cooperation, an important instrument in the combat of organized crime involving more than one country. This is the case of drug trafficking, human trafficking, and money laundering. In the electoral area, the MPF works together with the state MPs, supervising compliance with the rules to guarantee fair, transparent, and balanced elections. Do you understand now why the MPF is so important to society? It is that way, filing civil or criminal actions, signing agreements, and following the work of federal public agencies closely, that the MPF fulfills the mission it was given in 1988 to defend the legal order, the rule of law, as well as diffuse and collective interests. That way, it contributes to protecting democracy, exactly as provided for in the Federal Constitution. Learn more about the institution that keeps citizens' rights always in the first place. Federal Prosecution Service Access, mpf.mp.br.